sky is blue, a Sunday afternoon, she doesn't know what to...
Hello and welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today's love and romance reading for the month of November 2014 is for the zodiac sign of Leo. And Leo, the card that I pulled for you to indicate what could potentially be happening in your love life during the month of November 2014 is the Four of Swords. Now the Four of Swords is all about rest. And it's all about taking time to heal, and it's all about taking time just to kind of, you know, heal and recuperate and rejuvenate yourself from potentially a battle or something that's happened, some conflict or some trauma or some, you know, just a difficult situation. And in the traditional Rider-Waite pack, this card shows an individual lying on a kind of, it's almost like a coffin-like type of object, and I think there are 3 swords across his body and then 1 at the bottom, and this really is all about rest. And I think in a love situation, for some of you Leos, some of you may have gone through a breakup and this or a painful situation, love situation, and this card is really saying it's time for you now to take a rest and to heal yourself. So it's time to look inwardly, it's time to kind of go introspective and also to be retrospective. So to look at what's happened, to look at the situation that potentially for some of you guys didn't work out, but not to focus too much on it, but really to focus on yourself, and really just to take this time out for you, just to kind of recuperate and rejuvenate your batteries. Because for some of you guys, this card really is saying in a love situation that if you have been through a breakup, now is not the time to kind of be going forward straight into another relationship, but it really is to take the time out for yourself and to get to know yourself again, to get to love yourself again. And then once you're rested and you're healed and you're feeling strong again, then to go forward potentially into a relationship. So I certainly feel that for some of you guys in the month of November, you're going to be recuperating, especially for those guys who have been through a breakup or a messy situation or something. The card does also talk about taking a break. So certainly for some of you guys in the month of November, I feel that for some of you, you may be taking a break from a situation. So it might be a situation with a partner that's not working out or that's going through a little bit of a testing time. And this card really does indicate that for some of you guys, if you're unsure what to do in the situation, then potentially it would be a good idea for you guys to take a break from each other, just to kind of think about what you want and where you're going in the relationship, rather than pushing for something to go into an unnatural place. And finally, for some of you single guys out there, this card unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, fortunately I suppose, is saying that it's not the time to kind of push for a relationship or to push for getting into a relationship. So if you are feeling, you know, if you've been single for a while and you know, you're looking for that special person, this card really is saying you still need more time before you actually find that person. It's really important that you take the time out for yourself and really work on you and really work on what it is that you want. You know, don't push any situations where they're not meant to go. This card really is saying, you know, it doesn't really talk about new relationships coming in. It really just talks about taking that time out for yourself. At the moment, for the month of November, I don't see for some of you Leos a relationship coming in. I see for some of you guys, it's a good time just to rest and take time out for yourself. So that's your love and romance reading for the month of November 2014. What I'm going to do now, Leo, is I'm going to shuffle my Romance Angels Oracle cards, and this will serve as advice for your love life from the angels for this month. So here we go, this is the deck. I'm just going to give this a quick shuffle and see what comes out for you. So those are the cards shuffled, and I'm just going to take the top one from the deck. And your card that came up is pay attention to the red flags The signs are cautioning you. So the angels really are advising for November, Leo, that if you are looking to get involved with someone in this month, and I know that the Four of Swords talked about taking a rest and really sort of just, you know, recharging your batteries if some of you have gone through a breakup, or, you know, even if some of you are single, then it would be wise really not to have a relationship in the month of November, even if something does come along, because there's still some internal work potentially for you guys. If something does come along, you still need to take time out and think about it, because paying attention to the red flag simply means from the angels that you're being cautioned, just to make sure that whoever it is that you're potentially looking to get involved with, that you need to pay attention to the signs that they give over to you. So if you meet someone but there's something about them that you're not quite comfortable with, or you're not comfortable with things that they may say, or the way that they potentially are, you need to pay attention to that. So rather than rushing headlong into something with someone, regardless of any niggling feelings, regardless of what you might think over dinner, regardless of, you know, any signs that might come your way about this particular person, this card is really saying that you need to pay attention to those signs, those warnings, those red flags. Because if you go ahead and get involved with someone knowing that you feel uneasy about something about them, or whatever it is, the energy that they're giving over, you know, it's a case of, you know, repent at leisure. It's a case of, it's not going to be a very good outcome. So if there is someone that you're interested in, if you're already involved with someone and you're not sure about them, then really this card, the angels are simply saying, is pay attention to your intuition. That's really what this card is saying. Pay attention to your gut feeling. Pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to those warning signs, those stop signs, those red lights. Stop, take a minute and think about it, but don't rush headlong into anything. Pay attention to the red flags. Okay, so that's your love and romance reading for the month of November 2014, and I'll be back with your angel reading shortly, and take care. Bye bye.